conundrum for me this week. Has been very difficult. I had actually thought that today I was going to talk about the law of attraction and manifesting and helping everybody to help bring forward the things that they want to out of life and what their heart's desires are and how to manifest those sort of things today, but it didn't work out that way. So it was like I had to scrap that because I have these other things that have been on my mind lately, and I chose that particular song because of that, and that it is about, I want to talk today about the unity of mankind, womankind, so it's about our togetherness, and about the understanding of how we're all as one. Over the past couple of weeks, some things have been a little bit disturbing to me. Some people question other people's spiritual path or their walk within life. Sometimes we get to a certain point where we've accepted a certain spiritual aspect about ourselves, but there's something that's just not clicking anymore. So we decide that we want to move further and change the direction of our spiritual selves. It might be something that's a little different, might not resonate with you, but it resonates with the individual on that path. And that we should be together on it, that we shouldn't be judging people on their choices, whether it's a certain religion or it's a certain aspect of their spirituality, is that we have an open heart and we have an understanding of the fact that we're all celebrating the same thing, and that is the God within us, the God within each other. It's the whole Namaste. I celebrate you, you celebrate me, and we're all good with one another. That's how we would hope it to be, but in reality, it's not necessarily that way. Now, I don't know if anybody else noticed things. I'll take you a little bit back. I've always had a problem with Christmas. Even as a child, I had a problem with it. I didn't get it. I didn't understand the fact that one time a year, we're supposed to be really nice and take care of people and love each other and celebrate our family and our friends. One time a year. That's what it always felt like. Even as a kid, I didn't accept that. I thought, why can't we do it all the time? Why do we have to be nice to people just one time a year? And the whole aspect of giving and getting. I've never been good at getting. I'm good at giving, but I'm not so good at getting. And that's my problem. That's my issue. That's my personal acceptance. And I just happen to notice things lately that the world to me has always been rather materialistic anyways. And it just seems, I don't know if anybody knows, but it seems worse than it's ever been before. But it's you know, I was really excited and happy about this whole new concept that we're moving into. We've moved to a higher vibration. We're moving into a new dimension. Vibration around the world should be rising, and I think it is. It feels like it is. But then we look at what's going on. At the violence and the corruption and the greed and it's like, has anything changed, or is it actually getting worse? Because to me it looks like it's coming to this epic just explosion where we're all just getting to the point where everybody hates each other. But then you look at it the other way, maybe this is the catalyst that's going to get everything, that's going to reach its peak, and then it's going to be done and over with. That's how I'm choosing to look at it, because if you look at it the other way, you can almost just say there's no hope for us. But the thing that I'm trying to get to is this week I happened to come across some videos on YouTube, and my first reaction was pure disgust. And I don't know if anybody else has seen them in the United States, and they've started doing it here a few years ago, Black Friday. Now, I don't know if anyone has seen the insanity that ensues on Black Friday. And I looked at some videos from back as 2012, but the 2014 Black Friday, I don't know, and it's not even the worst situation that's occurred during a Black Friday. So this year during Black Friday, which is the Thanksgiving week and the Christmas shopping spree in the United States, where everything is disgustingly low prices. So there was a woman in Denver, in, I think it was, I'm not sure, it was Walmart or something like that, one of those chain stores. She actually stabbed to death 3 people, a pregnant woman, and 2 other people, I think one was a man and another woman, stabbed them to death with a knife, stab, 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 for a 82-inch color TV. For a TV. And do you know what her reaction to all of that was? Not the concept that she actually killed 3 people for a TV. She killed people for this TV. But her reaction to it was, well, yay me. Look how well I did because my family's going to have a kick-ass Christmas because I got this 82-inch TV for my family. It's like the whole mind is just, I don't know, it's leaked out her ears or something. But I couldn't, I was like, when I read that and I saw that, I was like, I don't get it. I don't get it. And then I started watching the Black Friday videos. And people taking videos of and thousands of people, hundreds of just pouring, and they know this happens every year, yet they continue to do this. I was going to pull statistics, but I couldn't do it because it's ridiculous, and I wasn't even sure I believed in those statistics. It's not even hundreds of people are killed every year during this Black Friday Christmas rush, but thousands across the United States. Thousands of people are killed, maimed, seriously injured during this shopping spree. And if you watch, there's thousands of people rushing into these stores, literally stomping over people who've fallen in the doorways, fighting over goods, like electronics, pots and pans, clothing, women, police throwing themselves on top of people to break up fights. And I was disgusted. I couldn't wrap my head around it. That these kind of things, and this is just consumerism. I mean, and how are we supposed to be getting around, this is what people do for products, how are we supposed to fix that? And we look at people like, you know, certain factions out there that are slaughtering innocent people. And I'm not saying that it's just terrorism, because I believe that everybody's responsible for everything that goes on, especially when it's related to war and terror. Because it takes 2 to tango as far as I'm concerned. But if you look at that and then you compare it to what's going on around the world, and you have to figure, like, how is this getting better? Because it just looks like it's getting worse. So is it just me? I mean, it's like I want to say stop the insanity and let me the hell out of this. Because it's become a ridiculous thing. And I was thinking to myself, well, I haven't seen anything for Canada's Black Friday. Because this is how I envision Canada's Black Friday going. One person opens the door and says, okay, after you. No, you go for this. Okay. Oh, sorry, I knocked you down. Let me pick you up. You know, here, do you want this? I don't really need it, but I'll pass it along to you. That's to me how I see the Canadian Black Friday celebration. You know, I avoid shopping like the plague. I hate to shop. So I don't do it. If I need something, I go to 1 or 2 places. And if they haven't got it, then I don't need it. And you know, if Canadian Tire doesn't have it, I don't need it. So, or Mark's Warehouse. If you don't have the opposite, I don't need it. So I can't do shopping malls. It's, you know, for obvious reasons of the energy and things like that. You can only block so much. But I can't wrap my head around this. Gimme, gimme, gimme. You know. Just because it's, okay, granted the TV, 82-inch 4HD TV, regularly $5,000, being sold for $299.99. So you can see the insanity, but still, you're hurting someone else just for electronics, killing someone. And this is not just an isolated incident. This actually happens all the way across the United States. And I can see how our Muslim brothers think that, you know, the Americans are decadent, and because I can get on that, I see that. But then, you know, then we got to take a look at what we want out of our lives and how we perceive our wants and our needs. But I think I kind of got off a little bit because it's all about being. I really want to stick to it, that we're all one, and we're supposed to be here to help each other. And we're supposed to be here to celebrate not God as a religion, that God's out there, that God's untangible and untouchable, but to celebrate that we're all connected to each other and that God is found within. And that we're all come from that same universal source. And that we should be here to help one another and not say, well, this is what I got, but you can't have it because you're not as good as I am. And definitely not to stomp over somebody for a cell phone. I just wanted to share a couple of things with you. This is one of my favorite books. It's called The Science of the Mind. It's by Ernest Holmes. And it's a philosophy and the faith of the way of life. These are just, actually, I'm just going to go over some definitions that he has in regards to what is the presence of God. So the presence is God. To meditate upon the presence of God is to draw the universe into one's own soul. God is not a person, but a principle personified in each of us. Spirituality is the atmosphere of this principle. Religion is its outward form. Spirit is personalities. The spirit of man is God in man. Spiritual is the atmosphere of God. The spiritual man is the man in a conscious state. Spiritual consciousness is the realization of the divine presence. And the spiritual realization is, again, that realization of the divine presence. The spirit of the universe is the self-knowing of mind of God. Spirit is God within whom all spirits exist. A self-knowing one, the conscious universe, the absolute. Spirit in a man that is part of him, which enables him to know himself. That which is which he really is. We do not see the spirit of man any more than we do see the spirit of God. We see what man does, but we do not see the doer. We treat the spirit as an active and only self-conscious principle. We define spirit as the first cause or God. The universal I am, the spirit of self-propelling. It is a self-existence and has all life within itself. In those, the words and the word of volition. It is the will, it chooses, it is the free spirit because it knows nothing outside of itself and nothing different from itself. The spirit is the mother, father, God because it is the principle of unity, backing of all things. Spirit is all life, truth, loving, being, cause and effect, and is the only power of the universe that knows itself. Unity is the oneness of God and man. The enlightened in every age has taught that back of all things there is one unseen cause. There is no record of any great thinker who has taught duality. This teaching is of unity. The Lord of God is one God. It is the chief cornerstone of all sacred scriptures of the East as well as the well-known sacred writings. It is the mainspring of all teachings in modern philosophy and the universe and the unity of teachings of the New Thought movement. The occult teachings, esoteric and inner teachings of our own religious science, and even much of that taught under the name psychology. Science has found nothing to contradict this teaching, and it never will. So basically what I just want to say to everybody is really have a good hard look at how we treat ourselves, how we treat each other, and what we really want and what we really need. I think it's if we can truly raise our own personal vibrations, because I think about what is it that can I do to make any particular difference? Well, I don't know if I can have this universal difference or if I can stop somebody from killing somebody else. I don't know if I have that ability. But I know that I can raise my own personal vibration and contribute to the oneness that we are all. And if we can all understand that we are one, that we can raise that vibration together and hopefully connect with other people who are raising their vibrations, and hopefully we can make the significant changes that we need to make. Namaste.